We have bananas in the chat from Spooky Doki. Raicho, Shizuku315H, Shanaro, Manaru, Winnie T. Ford, Evil Glitch, 15, DJ Karate, and WMM Spencer. And now the bananas are off the top of the stream. So thank you everyone for posting those bananas. It lets me know that we're live, and I appreciate you doing that. You know, now I know we can go. Go where? To the commercial district. Actually, no. We're going to go over there. Ah. And for that, I need something that I probably left behind, right? I know how this game works. Oh, I've literally left it behind. Oh, gotta be kidding me. There's a couple of bone blocks in there. Like, I want to avoid spoilers, right? Oh, and I left my... Wait, it's not in my inventory, is it? No. I left my big old box of bone blocks in the spoiler territory. We're not going there. Oh, everyone's told me it's black screen again. What is going on with this thing lately? What is going on? Okay, what type of black screen, peeps? That's always important now. It's the good type of black screen. I'm just going to restart Minecraft. Okay. Why does it keep doing that? I don't know. I don't know. Well, we got noises in the ear. We got Tool XD subscribing, Pickle Rick 127 for 4 months, The Killer Duck 07. Saito said, Rawbone 3000, Satanistic Angel for 5 months, TTV, Your Trash Kid lol, Gushy for 29 months, Madaguy for 30 months, Solidarity Phantom is here for 4 months. Thank you ever so much for your tremendous support as always, peeps. Let's do that. And peeps are saying it's working now. Well, that's frustrating, isn't it? That means every time I go live, I have to restart the game. Oh. Slobs, what is going on? Why is it never smooth sailing with Slobs, eh? No, we read that one. The Noel Walker is gifted a sub to CBDXia88. Thank you for gifting subs. I always appreciate peeps doing that and supporting our community. We have Surge Mel subscribing, Geeky Ghost, and Jafrakwai 4 months. Look at me navigating through my base whilst reading names off the other screen. Clod is calling us, says Shizuku. I don't know where Clod is. You know? I mean, it's a mystery. It is a mystery. Anyway, pre-stream music today was the one, the only Pantera with the song Hollow. Now, Pantera are a 11 out of 10 band. They're classic, they're brilliant, they're unrivaled. Okay? Their legacy, you know, is incredible. And every now and then you just kind of realise, hey, it's been a while since I listened to that band, whatever that band is, right? Man, I don't know when the last time I had a proper Pantera binge was, but they kind of just came to mind the other day and I was like, yeah, Pantera. And I've just been all over it. They're such an incredible band. If you enjoyed the pre-stream music, go check them out. Like, if you never heard of them before, they are legends. They are literal legends. One of my favourite bands ever, really. And, yeah, they got a great legacy with the albums that they put out. And I don't know what else to say, really. Just, like, they're just a superb band. They're full of gems. That's the one thing I'll say. Like, a lot of bands, you know, they put out their albums, they have their good songs on them, right? But when you go deep into the Pantera catalogue, it's nothing but gems everywhere. Like, every song is doing something interesting on every record. Okay, not all of them are going to sound like 5 Minutes Alone or, you know, some of the classics like Walk. But when you go into those deep cuts, man, there's loads of interesting music going on. What band, says Steve Ruler? We're talking about Pantera from the 90s. They kind of came around when thrash metal died. It always sounds so silly to say stuff like that. When thrash metal was on the way out, Pantera was on the way in. And they kind of get known as what's called groove metal. But they were probably the band to pretty much invent that, if you like, that concept, the idea. And they are full of character, full of style and originality. And that's thanks to, I think, mostly down to Vinny and Dimebag, brothers. Like, the chemistry between the drums and the guitars is sublime. It's on point every song. They've just got an incredible rhythm section. Excuse me. Tyler Osius says R.I.P. Dimebag. That was actually kind of the way I discovered Pantera. When I was like young and getting into metal, the internet was a little less formulated back then. Like you couldn't like figure it all out. Like there weren't people making documentaries and like big Wikipedia articles. You kind of had to dig around in obscure places to like learn. It was when people were first putting like information on the internet. There would be like these weird like fan sites where someone would be like, I love metal and I'm going to write all about it on my fan page. And if you ever seen like 1997 web pages, right? They're like black backgrounds with Times New Roman font in like bright red or green, and then there'll be like weird little animation pictures on the page. It was websites like that I was learning about this stuff from. And we was using Napster at the same time as well to get our hands on this kind of music. So I was downloading like random MP3s of these bands, like trying to learn about them. And you know, what's really weird is that I never really saw Pantera on MTV, which they really should have been. I don't know how I missed them on there. I guess nu metal kind of taken over at that point. But yeah, I had this song of theirs called Hellbound, and I really liked it. But I never went further than that. And it's weird because, like, if you're going to go discover a Pantera song, if it's not Walk, like, that's weird. Because that's such a smash hit that, you know, everyone plays, and you're probably one of the first songs of theirs you're going to find. But like all the other singles they released that are popular as well, didn't find any of them, just found this like Hellbound song that's like wedged in the middle of their last album, which is probably their least popular album. Tyler Osea says that they used to be glam metal. They did, yeah. That's one of the other things I think that made them great in a way, is that they had already been a band for a long time before they pivoted to Cowboys from Hell and kind of like broke into the mainstream. So yeah, discovering metal was just different back then, and yeah, it was a friend of mine was like so upset that Dimebag had died, and then I was like, Pantera, I think I remember hearing about that band. That was my introduction to them, like through this tragic moment where his life had been taken in a horrible way as well by a deranged person. And it's just a horrible moment in metal history. So yeah, Samandro says, what do you think about the negative oil prices? So obviously that's all over the news, and everyone, myself included, is probably looking at the news a little bit more than usual right now. And yeah, when I saw that, I was like, negative? And I just haven't had the time to like go figure out what that means. Can someone say what negative oil prices? Are they giving away oil? I mean, I understand that like supply and demand, if there's not enough if there's not enough demand, the prices should in theory drop, right? I'm still not over Lane Stanley's death, man, says Grubinski. I mean, his voice is phenomenal. And yeah, his death was more predictable though, you know. Sad to say it. It was an inevitability if you knew about his habits and his lifestyle. Like he was on that path. You can hear it in his lyrics. In a lot of Alice in Chains' lyrics, there are some very dark words in there. You can kind of tell he was on that path. It costs money to stop extraction because it's slow and to restart the process. Production did not slow enough to match the drop in demand. Okay, there's so many people talking, it's really hard to read a full message. R.I.P. Tupac as well. Tupac's another one of my favourite musicians. There's so many that we've lost. It's the nature of life though, isn't it? It costs money to stop storing oil and stop pumps. Right, I get ya. It's now cheaper to get people to take the oil because it's costly to stop the materials from running. All these people are wrong. Don't listen. People have signed contracts to buy oil with the intention of selling off those contracts at a later date. They got screwed due to lack of demand. Well, you know, all these things that people are saying sound reasonable to read them. Look, I'm not an expert. I'm doing a live stream. I'm not out there doing investigative journalism. Understanding the ins and outs of the oil industry and the mechanics of trade. Like, things will get simplified, or someone will say something, you know, you've heard different to. That's something I experienced recently, but can't quite recall why. Anyway, yeah, like, you have a lot of this, like, we talk on the internet, communicate to each other, say things about stuff we know about, right? And then there'll always be someone who's heard something different and will say, no, you're completely wrong. And I saw someone saying that about something related to me, which I actually knew what was what. And it's just like, we have something in us to believe that we are, like, authoritative on something. Like, when we hear information, we think we're now the authority. And very difficult really to tell when you are and when you're not, right? Because there's so many people out there with all sorts of different opinions and whatnot. I really need to fix up this storage system a little better, don't I? It's just the nature of information and how we deal with it. So, you know, if people are waging in their theories on what's happening, I'm just gonna read them out and take them as they are. You know, I'm sure you might have heard a different theory. Anyway, the idea that when the demand slows down, all the infrastructure has to slow down as well, and that could have a backlash, that sounds pretty reasonable, right? Doesn't it? Kind of makes sense. Doesn't mean it's true, but Assumer, Doc Rage quit on his stream, says Captain Jake. Was he streaming all of that? Oh man. So yeah, okay. So earlier today, you know, I have a belt, but I just haven't. I've been recording my episode out of order, and it's been hard to record because I've had to go out the house a lot. Like, I had to do a lot of shopping and errands today. So I've just been in a bit of a disjointed place with trying to get stuff done. Although when I record tomorrow, I'll probably get around to editing that bit of footage. So I actually have a belt. Spoiler alert. And I realised once I got the belt that if ever I see it on the same level and other people are waiting around to get it, I might as well press the button and stop them. Like, the psychology of the belt is, like, now starting to make sense. Right, we need another 5, I believe. 5 stacks. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. The issue is big companies only made stuff on demand and no backstock, says AAA. Well, that not having backstock is an issue when you have more demand, because then you can't give it to them. When the demand lowers, you can create backstock, right? That doesn't. So that one sounds kind of odd to say that, but whatever. So yeah. Anyway, so Doc's been, like, joking around. Oh, did I not get the right amount there? He's been joking around, sitting outside the belt, and we've been sort of, you know, having fun in chat. Back and forth at one another, and then I waltzed over there and I couldn't press the button, and it just kind of hit me. Like, I remembered not being able to interact with a block, and the reason was because someone put an armor stand in the way, and straight away I was just like, I get it, like, this is what Doc does, right? So that was that. I was like, it's an armor stand. I went and grabbed my book and, yep, sussed it out. But, you know, hats off to Doc. Pretty clever idea, right? I was thinking, if he does it again, he might, like, go and... Is he online right now? He is. He might, like, tamper with redstone, maybe. Like, tamper with the contraption. But I was trying to think of... Then started to think of other ways you could stop other players from pressing the button. By the way, this is my second full box of bones. I am going to start selling bones properly, I think. On the cheap. That was a real diamond maker last season. Right, so I've got to modify this. And I am going to try to disable what you see on the screen right now, which I, you know, wouldn't have wanted to have done earlier. And do it pressing that button. Reason being, I've got a feeling I might have been doing something spoilery. Just trying to remember. I was definitely doing something in this world Okay, anyway, I just want to I want to go quickly see the pattern again. So it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 1 on both sides. Yep, that will be easy to recreate. Double checking it. Okay, I got it. I've got it. I just tried to press the button on my screen with my finger. No, that's what? What? We playing it like this now, are we? Is that it? Just playing it like that? Oh. Wait. I think I know what just happened. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So I have a second Minecraft camera account thing, and it captured it before the other one did, so it went in the camera account position. That's how the program works. And there you are with your little derp face in chat. Oh, we got a fiend. Oh, you wanted it to be a derp. Jeez, I was just explaining how the program works. Well. If you see someone who is blatantly copying other people's videos and uploading them, best practice is to not talk about it and spread it around so other people know that those channels are there, but to report them using YouTube's built-in tools and then leave it at that. If you come across a channel that steals Hermitcraft videos or any content creators' videos that you like, you know, report and move on. Chatting about it will, you know, bring attention to it, which is what they want. Okay, so it's 1 2 3, like... I don't like that I heard a creeper land. I've got to work on this farm. It can't be happening while creepers are dropping down. Oh, yeesh. Yeesh. We're not going to do a lot over here, by the way. I only plan on doing this for a little bit, because I do want to work on the shop, which is probably what a lot of you want to see. I just thought I'd come over here and do a little bit of this first, you know? It's something that needs doing. So we're going to go all the way up there and rip out a bit of wall and then replace it. Stop drawing attention and report silently, says ZLB. Exactly, that's the practice. Don't draw attention to them and just, you know, report it silently. Do you have any tea today, says Satanistic Angel? Thank you for the tea reminder, I do. How many minutes in are we? I can't see because of my my Minecraft stuff. 17 minutes in. Perfect time to drink. Thank you so much. Let's also go scroll back, try and read some noises in the air. Where did I get to? Where did I get to? There we are. Low Peasy has subscribed. Gels Berry for 33 months saying being an essential worker has been exhausting. Thank you for giving me something to look forward to. Your views, your videos and live streams, you're helping a lot of us keep going. And thank you to you. Thank you to all our essential workers and our healthcare staff, who we should be, you know, we should all be thanking each other more often. It's in times like these that we see our humanity, right? And we need to see it more often. The Killer Duck, you are copying someone else's message about this after I've just said, don't do that. Oh, I give up. Excuse me. No, I'm just going to enjoy this cup of tea right here. Gels Barry, thank you so much for your support, and I appreciate all you're doing. Grey Cat, Grey Hat for 8 months. We got Big Tone 66, Zan Chandler, Brunetti 2004, Panda Man of Doom 31 for 2 months, and ND 1998X with a donation saying, hey X, don't have a ton of money given COVID. I just want to say thanks for the years of entertainment. Been here since the middle of season 1. We love you and thank you from the bottom of our gamer hearts. Dude, I appreciate your lovely message. I thank you for your donation. I'll say it, and I've said it before. Times are tight. If you need the money, you don't need to send it my way. If you later on think, hey, I shouldn't have done that, I need that money, take it back. I don't know what your situation is, but you mentioned not having, you know, not being in a good position because of COVID, so now's not the time for doing that if you need it yourself, dude. So, yeah. Just think that over. You do what you want to do, but it ain't no problem if you want to claim it back on PayPal. Oh, excuse me. Right. Let's do this. Let's try not to get blown up. That's the name of the game today, literally. Now, over on this side, things are a little bit more peaceful because the bone blocks go here over on this side. And all the way across there, so I'll probably need some more scaffold. Go get a little bit more. Why do I always pick up like one stack, you know? Clearly going to need a couple more. I'll take one. No, I'll take two. I'm prepared. Then I'm going to need 4. Oh. Colour Blades is here for 2 months. Mary Sifa is here with the Prime. Tuberina is here with Prime. And Sonin on Twitch is here for 15 months as well. Rafi says, being so humble, you actually are okay for people to take their money back. It's not a humble thing. It's like it's exactly what I said it is, alright? I don't need the donations right now, you know. If you want to support me that way, it's up to you. But given the way the times are, like, if you feel like, oh, actually, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, then go right ahead. Because, in all fairness, I don't have a problem with anyone doing that full stop. If someone does it because it's like, oh, I want to get X to read my message, and then I'll take it back, and, you know, then that's a pain in the bum. That ain't helpful. That's, like, abuse of the system. But, you know, if you make a donation and then think, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, that's fine. Take it back. Like, I'm not here to put you out of pocket, right? That's the point, really. That's the point. Okay, now, while I remember, it goes there, like that. So we're putting the bits of the shape into place and then bringing it down. I really don't want to see a creeper right now. Good gosh, that would be terrible. Ugh. Are you adventurous? The kinds of tea you try, says Zed. I was, until I sort of ran out of things to try from the places that I shop at, and so I'm not really that adventurous anymore, I guess. Right, let's go, ooh, we got these in the way. So it's the same at the back as it is at the front. So we got to rip out the first row of blocks at the back and put bone blocks in there. Just here. And then all the way across like that. Cool, now that we kind of established what we got going on here, I want to talk about something rather serious today. Okay. Really quite serious. I'm going to need some of your help with this one. Lap124 is subscribed and Starfire Hunter is subscribed. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Why bone blocks, says Fred Guts. It's just part of the build palette we have for our builds. Okay, so something serious that I want to talk about is, you know, coronavirus conspiracies, let's say. COVID-19 conspiracies, current situations, conspiracy related to it. The reason I want to talk about this, okay, is not to bring the mood down or the tone, anything like that. I know some people come here to get away from all this stuff, but in my recent episode of Hermitcraft, I talked about folding at home and how we have Team Hermitcraft, where you can all join as well, you know, using our computer power together to help research for the current situation. Okay, you can share your CPU cycles with scientists. They send out little work packets to crunch numbers, and then you send them back and you get points. Okay, I talked about that, and then I talked about it in an actual episode of Hermitcraft. So I put out a video on the second channel. For anyone out there who does folding at home, I even made a thing. Where is it? There it is. Bam. So you should see it on your screen. We have a team number. I believe it is 25909. If you'd like to join the Hermitcraft team, we oh, I was looking at it earlier. Someone's got like 100,000 points, which I was impressed by. Oh, there was some sort of stat or something I was looking at. I've totally forgotten it, so scrap that. So yeah, anyway, I talked about it in my main Hermitcraft series, right? And I was reading the comments, and I did get some people putting some pretty concerning anti-current situation messages, talking about how this is all lies. It's related to 5G. It's related to this and that. And it got me thinking. Right, if I had the room with these people, what would I want to say? I'm not a big believer in shouting at people and calling them stupid. I'm a big believer in listening and reasoning. And so I thought, okay, what similar situation have I been? Because I, once upon a time, used to believe in conspiracies. When I say believe in conspiracies, they were obviously specific ones, not just all of them, you know. It's a conspiracy, assume that you don't exist. I believe in it! I believe in it because it's a conspiracy! No. No. Yeah, like the moon landing was one of them. That was thanks to a documentary that Channel 4, I believe, aired when I was a kid. That really got me into some of that stuff. And 9/11 was a big one around the time. Now, over time, I've lost faith with a lot of that stuff. Mainly because I've become more interested in science and learning forms of entertainment on YouTube, the edutainment scene, and that's made me like a far more informed individual, I guess you could say, perhaps. But also I've become really interested in ignorance and one's own ignorance, and how, you know, how your reality is constructed in your mind, and some of the tricks that your mind can play on you. We've all seen optical illusions, and those illusions extend beyond optics. They extend into reason and thinking as well. And other forms of thing that your brain does for you that sort of says, this is what's happening, right? So I am basically concerned about people not taking this seriously, and if I could use my voice in any way to help people to take it seriously, and to perhaps be wary of what these conspiracies represent, then I would like to. And the way in which I'd say it is that as I'm kind of telling you right now, I once used to be into conspiratorial type of stuff, and I also think a lot of conspiratorial thinking extends a little bit from this idea of being in the know, right? There's something powerful about thinking that you're right. We all like to think we're right. Not too often do we like to think we're wrong about something. And being wrong about something is a blessing in disguise, you know? Because once you know you're wrong about something, at least you're no longer going to continue to be wrong about it, because you know that whatever it was you were thinking weren't working out for you. And perhaps you can get onto the track of learning what's right and being in the know, in the better for yourself or whatever. So I wouldn't speak too specifically on what these theories are. Some of the reasoning behind them, again, that whole idea of like, oh, I know what's really going on, that doesn't necessarily mean it's so. And also there's a lot of conspiratorial thinking that revolves around suspicion of authority and motives as explanations to why things happen, okay? A motive is not really a good explanation if you think about it as to why something's happening, because motive doesn't have to be the reason that something takes place to begin with, and it's... even if something has a motive to do something else, doesn't mean it then goes and does it. And the particular theory that was being put across in the comments of my video, which I deleted immediately, I thought I just don't want other people reading this and thinking of it as truth. This person offered no actual link or form of something you can go look up and verify, right? Nothing like that, but they said, do your research, people, open up your eyes. And it got me thinking about research, like, do we really know how to do research? The closest thing I've got to research is watching videos by people who've told me they've done the research. I don't think I've ever done really a proper bit of research, scientific, on stuff. I've looked things up on Wikipedia, you know. Actually doing the full-on research is probably a really difficult thing, to verify facts and truth. A lot of hard work. And I think we should admit and be a bit more real with ourselves that a lot of us don't do that. You know, we rely on things like Wikipedia or something we heard, and I think that's fine. As long as when you express it and communicate it onwards, you're going to be able to go, hey, I heard this thing here. That's where I got it from, you know. I think that's fair. So anyway, this person was like suspicious of government and all of this, and to the point where they were talking about world governments. They were talking about multiple governments. So if you're into this conspiratorial thinking of like, hey, it's the governments are out to get us and all this. Alright, I get the idea, right? That governments are actually big and evil and that they want to control everything. But here's the thing. Governments are made of people like you and me. And so we've got to have some faith that at some point there are actually normal people within that system. Surely it can't just be all evil people. That would just be madness, wouldn't it? And so, if these things were true, that, you know, the government are out to kill us all with COVID or whatever, that takes a heck of a lot of people to be on the inside, right? A crazy amount of people have to be in on it. It's one of the things that got me over the 9/11 thing. You know, over time, when those documentaries that I'd watched at the time started to fade from memory, they kind of felt less vivid, and I learned some facts that were supposedly in these shows from experts, and yet you can find other experts saying opposite things to them. And then eventually, you know, okay, there's all this information floating around. What does this all mean? Kind of occurred to me like, it'd take a heck of a lot of people to make this thing actually happen, right? That's the problem. So if you think COVID is some sort of conspiracy, some sort of governments against the people, how many people need to be on the inside of this thing? It's bonkers. There surely can't be that many evil people all conspiring together and getting away with it. It's ridiculous. Where are the whistleblowers, you know? And whistleblowers are not people on the internet writing, do your research. Let's be frank. Okay? So, think of these things. Think it through a little bit, especially if you perhaps know someone who's buying into this stuff. And if you want to have a conversation with someone, really do listen to them and try and understand their point of view. That might help you to see where they're coming from and offer them some thoughts that might challenge their own. But it's really better, I think, to be polite and to try and reason and communicate and have a discussion, because if you get heated and agitated and irritable, people tend to stick their heels in and then not listen to one another and start to have a shouting match. So, yeah, as you can tell, I was really, really concerned by this, which is why I wanted to talk about it at length. And we'll be opening it up to some comments to hear what all of you think in just a moment. I've got one more point I wanted to make about this, which is, it could have been trolling of all things, right? Very aware that some people like to troll, and they get off on the idea of agitating people by creating a sort of character or a mindset, because we tend to get aggravated by other people's mindsets, right? Like you see some sort of, oh, this person on that side of the aisle did this, or that person on this side of the aisle says this, and it gets you agitated, right? A lot of news, like, tends to focus around that. I say news, you know, like those articles you see that get shared. Oh, millennials moan and boomers said this and do that. Like, it's all divisive about, oh, what are these other people thinking? It's crazy. So, it crossed my mind that they might have been a troll, just having a laugh, putting this ridiculous comment into my video. That crossed my mind. Something else crossed my mind as well. It could have been an agent of disinformation. Now, this is a big topic that is not to be talked about lightly. There is some serious journalism that has been done that seems to have uncovered Russian troll farms, they're called. Actual real troll farms, right? Supposedly lots of, air quotes, fake accounts from Russian internet connections that are participating in a lot of American politics in the form of something that got... it's misinformation, not disinformation. I seem to remember hearing it as disinformation. I think there's a reason why there might have been that clarification as well. I can't remember though, but yeah, it could be misinformation. So, there's this idea that there's these Russian troll farms and they're trying to manipulate the American elections, and there's evidence of these people organising events through Facebook and whatnot, because you can kind of organise these things with people that actually not meeting each other face to face, right? You're part of a Facebook group, there's like a protest, you're going to go get involved, but you never actually met anyone in that group face to face maybe. And what they would do is they would organise Black Lives Matter kind of protests on the same side or the other side of the street as the Blue Lives Matter protests. Like, they were setting things up to be antagonized. Now, as I said, there's a whole other rabbit hole of stuff that goes on the internet, and I think a really great place you can go and learn about it is Smarter Every Day. Fantastic channel. And he has a 3-part series on social media, and there is this journalist, Renee, I always forget her second name, who deep dive and uncovered all of this stuff. And those videos are really interesting to watch. So this person, I say they could have been an agent of disinformation or misinformation. It also crossed my mind that, you know, in our current internet climate, there are people out there perhaps with motives to create this kind of dysfunction in society, right? To pit people against one another for their needs. And that's just another aspect of information on the internet now, right? That it could be someone intentionally sowing seeds of destructive capability for our social fabric and our ability to get along with one another. Now, I'm tired says coronavirus was made in the lab and is not transferred through 5G. I don't really like this theory I'm hearing about that it might have been made in a lab, because if it was or it wasn't, if it was the decision of a government to do something like that, it ultimately ends up in racism and people blaming, you know, people from a country who may have had no part in the decision a government would have taken. What I've also heard is I heard it with a so-called expert, there's lots of these experts going around, right, that in order to create coronavirus in a lab, like, that would be a, like, astronomical, beyond our capabilities success, in terms of, you know, not a success all the suffering it's created, a success in the ability to create it. Supposedly, this person claimed that, like, you know, it'd almost be miraculous. It would just be a modern marvel of science to actually create a virus like that in a lab. I don't know what the capabilities of us creating viruses in labs are. You know, it's another way to think about it. It's like, yeah, can we actually create this sort of stuff in a lab? Is that really something we can do yet? I don't know. This person claimed it wasn't the case, and I think I might have heard, like, a couple of other people saying similar things, and this is because I like to watch my edutainment videos, and I've watched tons of videos about, you know, flattening the curve and all the dynamics behind coronavirus and all of this and all of that, right? Experts, says Tucker, in air quotes. Yeah, well, I believe the person who said, oh, hello, we've got a creeper down the bottom. Did you escape from the farm? Did you escape from the farm? I believe the person who said, like, it being created in the lab would be, like, this marvel of modern science and is, like, almost impossible to their knowledge was, you know, a well and truly certified person with experience. But here's the thing, right? In this day and age, we have exposure to experts through the form of podcasts. You know, there's other means as well, science communicators and whatnot. But I've observed that you can listen to podcasts, right? And you can hear experts contradict one another. And it shows you the complexity of reality, the complexity of some of the topics they have to be experts in. It's not all straightforward, and a lot of the time people are giving you their best guess or their best belief based on all the work they've done over the years or whatever, right? So anyway, I'm rambling a little bit here. Let's turn it over to chat. I want to hear some things to you. I would personally like to hear from people who are maybe skeptical or maybe offer you some thoughts to take away. But do you really think those Russian trolls do what they do on Minecraft YouTube comment sections? Lol. I think they would target more adult audience. Yeah, I you know, it came to my mind not because I thought it was a likelihood, it was just that it was a possibility. But you know, they could look for all sorts of places to see sods of distrust. I think it would make far more sense than to target political discussion areas than it would Minecraft videos. So yeah, not suggesting that it was so, it was just a thought that crossed my mind that, hey, that's kind of what we live with today, right? See sods, is that what I said? Lots of people are typing see sods. I just want us all to be safe, says Tyler. Me too, me too. And I believe we need to listen to authorities and work together and cooperate to get past this thing. Your teacher said that 5G kills, and your whole class were laughing. Yeah, wow, a teacher should not be saying that. Goodness me. There's been lots of suspicion over the years of microwaves and radio waves and cell phones causing cancers and all of this. Can't remember what the last thing I heard on it was, to be fair, but many times I've heard it dismissed as well. Hey, it's kind of boring here to hear about COVID-19. I'm getting this off my chest, man. I had a comment that really upset me, and I wanted to take the opportunity to talk to all of you because of that. And we'll move on from this topic. You know, we're not staying here forever. I just wanted to see what people in chat, you know. Apparently, where duality is, it's going strong and people are burning the 5G towers. Yeah, it's sad, that, isn't it? Also, it reminds me, I'm very, very sad to see people protesting in America and blocking entrances to hospitals in protest. What I said earlier is what I'll probably say again. When I looked at the interactions between these people, it's not discussion, it's shouting and raging at one another. And this is why I don't promote the whole idea of like, I think I'm right and you're wrong. Like, got to listen and communicate, because every time you see stuff like that happening, people are digging in their heels, and that's not going to help. Like, whatever side of the discussion you are, we need to communicate with one another. And so those shouting battles will certainly not lead to any form of resolution. Some of these geniuses protested in my state, and many of them had children and infants with them freaking out. Yeah, you know, genius, you know, like it's a little bit of a jab and insult. That's the kind of stuff we should avoid if we're able to communicate with these people. Like, because you got to put your head in someone else's. Like, I can understand how they get to those points of view. Like, a lot of the time, it sounds like, you know, people are driven by economics, right? By your needs. And if your need is to work and have a job, and someone's telling you it's all rubbish, and like, yeah, I can understand why you would go and protest, right? It doesn't make you right, but I can understand the motives. And perhaps rather than shouting at each other, if we could say, hey, look, I get what you're getting at. You know, your wallet's hurting and there's job uncertainties, but that's not gonna make this right. This is still a threat, even though. Okay, so quite a few people in chat clearly want to move on from this, and I've had my little waffle, and I thank you all for listening. And yeah, I hope you all stay safe, you know. And I hope you believe that what's happening is real, and listen to the advice and follow it. So yes, some of you want me to talk about something else? Let's get some suggestions for topics. I'm surprised how much of this we've done, actually. This has been pretty quick. I'm going to do the one side from top to bottom, which is not a lot left now, and then we'll move on into the shopping area, peeps. Asuma Says Live, says Black Velvet. Hey, it's all being recorded. I mean, if it turns into an Asuma Says video, in fact, it probably will, because I very much want to communicate the thoughts and ideas that I just expressed. They're very similar to things I've waffled about before. If you've listened before, these do not go here. Do you watch any comedians? Says Zed. That's a great question. Do you know why? Because I've been not feeling it with the comedies lately. I love stand-up comedy. I think it's actually because I haven't been around my friends so much. Your friends are always going to be the funniest people in your life, right? And sometimes I watch things with my friends. Like, it's weird, right? Like with humor, some stuff goes really over my head. Sarcasm, it's like I'm very sarcastic on my streams sometimes, but believe it or not, I actually struggle to understand when other people are sarcastic. It's just like a form of humor that I love. When someone like Ricky Gervais does it, I get it 100%. When I'm sarcastic, I know I'm being sarcastic, obviously. When other people are sarcastic, sometimes I really struggle. But it's my favourite form of humour, and watching stuff with your mates, like someone else will crack up, and then it will make you realise why that's so funny, because you know them and you get them, and like, that's really great for enjoying comedy for me. And I haven't had that in a while because of all that's going on. And I have actually tried to watch a few Netflix specials recently of comedians that I like, and I haven't got into it at all. And I wonder, like, am I just not in the mood for this? But like, it's consistent. I've not really enjoyed any stand-up. If Ricky Gervais puts one out, it will floor me. I know it will. He always cracks me up. Dave Chappelle does. I'll be rolling around on the floor. Joe Rogan's another one. But some of the ones that I watched recently, I really didn't enjoy them that much. And it got me thinking about how I've actually enjoyed podcasts with comedians way more than their stand-up as of late. And I think I like that more casual approach, because all three of the specials that I tried to watch recently, they all just felt so formulaic. Like, I kind of know, like, the punch and the rolls of stand-up comedy. Once you've, like, watched it a fair bit, you know the setup, you know how these jokes get unrolled. And yeah, it just wasn't working for me. Maybe it's the times, you know, maybe it's just moody times, right? Yeah. Maybe it's the time. What was the original question? Have I watched any... I can't remember what it was, but like... My least favourite comedy is those super political ones where they bash the other side, says Cookie. Oh, same here, dude. Same here. That really, like, grinds my gears, that stuff. Like all the, what are they, like, late night talk shows that just bash Trump 24/7. Yeah, I can't stand that stuff. Like, it's just echo chambery. And yeah, one thing I will say about Trump, right? It's easy to hate on the guy. I'm not a fan of some of the things he said, for sure. I don't really hide that, right? But I always think, if you're gonna criticize someone, like, it should be about the thing and not just them. And pretty much everything Trump ever does, you know, the other side just jump on it and say how terrible it is, and it's like this repeating scenario over and over again. So going into the COVID situation, I thought, you know, I'm almost rooting for him. I'm rooting for Boris Johnson, and I'm not a fan of the Conservative Party and their politics. It's a case of now is the time to come together, and our leaders need to do a good job. And the thing with Trump is, I feel like what he's doing is he's talking the good talk constantly, but he's not being, what's the word? Transparent. Like, he's very much avoiding giving out specifics, it feels like. He also talks about how good things are, and like, he kind of keeps all his options open when he's talking to the reporters. And he's kind of washed his hands of any responsibility, is my impression. Now, I will say that, you know, I've only seen XYZ amount of videos, and I don't claim to be an expert on this, so take my opinion with a pinch of salt if you like. But I feel like he's managed to, like, absolve himself of responsibility in this situation, because he's, like, not put his foot down and told anyone what to do, and he's sort of left all of the states to govern themselves through this, and it kind of leaves his hands clean of the whole problem, is the way I perceive it. So, you know, I'm not trying to hate on him because he's Trump. I'm trying to look at the situation a little bit more objectively, and it really feels like he's talked his usual rhetoric, not really put his foot down on anything, and it allows him to wipe his hands clean of any responsibility. That's kind of my feelings on it. Do you think there's such a thing as an offensive joke, says Josky? There's a video about that on the Asuma Says channel. I believe that offence is on you. If I'm offended by something, it's really on me. And I feel that's a difficult thing to pick apart why. It's just the way I feel. I feel like comedy is a place to, you know, mess around with all sorts of things. I was a very big fan of dark humour growing up. I think it's a way to help you deal with things. Like, me and my friends, the stuff we joke about is all like death and darkness. But it's a way of dealing with that stuff, right? It's not like we're mocking, I don't know, whatever the part of the joke is. It's more like a way to lessen those things. So if we joke about death and whatnot with one another, we're not mocking people who have died or the prospect of death. It's more like a coping mechanism to make fun of it, to make it smaller. I agree with your point of view, but the Republican Party believes in strong local government and weaker central government, says Whitefield. Yeah, that's very true actually, isn't it? He would certainly be playing to. That's why it's always nice to have a conversation. What have I been talking about? It's very true. That is the way the Republican Party tends to think, and that would actually very much fall in line with that philosophy, wouldn't it? So, you know, this is why conversation and dialogue is so good, to hear things from the other side. I'd still say I hold pretty firm to the way I feel, because I feel like it's a time, like in a pandemic, you need like broad action, and you need that to come from a centralized place. Maybe it's a time to put aside those sorts of beliefs. But then again, I imagine if those are your beliefs, you'd think it would always be the time to operate in that way. So who knows? Are you an American citizen? Says CJ18. I'm not, and you know, I'm from the U of K. And one thing I really don't like is when people say, "Stay out of our business" or whatever. It's like, you usually hear that if someone disagrees with you. You know, someone's not going to be like, "I agree with your opinion on Trump, but stay out of it. You're not American." I think we should all be able to have an opinion on something, right? Like, I'm not going to tell someone to not have an opinion on British politics if they want to. Have you seen the Assumer Out of Context by Whiffles? If not, do it. Hey, I'm going to put that on my on my to-do later on today list. That sounds funny. Politics are confusing, says Ripar. Oh yeah, you know, politics is just a cesspit of opinion. There's just endless angles and, oh god, yeah. I could totally get why people don't like it. I don't think I really like it that much myself. It's just I don't know, something gives you this feeling of being perhaps informed, or like you kind of know what's going on a little bit, but maybe I don't at all. Maybe I ain't got a clue. Right, I'm really happy with that. Like, that needed to get done, and that didn't take very long. So when I do the other side, I know it's going to take about an hour. Actually, probably less, because I won't be streaming. Cool, we're going to head over to the Commercial District next. And we got 2,700 peeps tuning in today. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Doc's starting a war over the belt. What do you think, says Dazzler? Oh, it's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to happen. Like, the shenanigans with the belt are real. Like, Mumbo's social experiment is a very interesting one. Okay. Try not to make too much of a fool of myself. Let's pick up more of this scaffolding. Yeah, and if you're thinking like, X, why did you just change this over to bones? It's part of the build that I'm going to do here, right? It's all part of the plan. I think there's some more up there. How do I get up there? Just use a rocket. Just use a rocket. What do you think of the original button experiment? I think the original button experiment was pretty cool, you know? I also kind of really don't remember it very well, but I think I was using Reddit at the time. Civil War 2. Is Doc got like a yellow belt now and just can't help the show off? Let's go check out the button, actually. The topic came up with me and my friend. Do you have any opinion on Zodiacs? I don't know what Zodiacs is. You know, Zodiacs? If you said Zodiacs, I'd think a band or a TV show, right? Like, what does Zodiac actually mean? Oh, the folding overlay. It's been on this entire time. Oh dear God. Did like people give up on it? Oh. 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 Did people like literally give up on telling me? Cookie says I didn't mind the overlay. Well, that's cool. Can't believe I left it on for so long. Oh, by the way, okay, the next 20 minutes of your stream, go subscribe to my Asuma Says channel. Go subscribe right now. Is there like a thing? I don't want to press the button, but I want to see if there's an armor stand there. Oh, I heard a noise. Jeez. Okay, I remembered to turn it off. It's a good message, says Mythical Oreo. It is, isn't it? It's a good one. Let's go scroll back a little bit and find where we last were. Okay, literally 40 minutes ago. Let's stare at this building over here. Actually, let's face that way and have it behind us. Yes, perfect. Color Bleds has resubscribed for 2 months. Mary Siffer is here subscribing. We got Sonin on Twitch. Tuberina, Lap124, Starfire Hunter, Lord Daniel Noir, Angelmaker 1209 for 4 months. We've got Echo Ace doing cheers and bits saying just continuing to talk about it will make the rational question the conspiracy. But those who are set in their beliefs won't be persuaded. Just putting out the information. Says Echo Ace. I disagree. No, I disagree with that. I really do. I think people can see to reason if you talk, if you actually communicate. But thanks for the cheers and bits. We've got Anon with a donation saying thanks for logically talking about conspiracies and not mentioning any specifics. You rock. Thanks. I think I did mention 1 or 2 specifics, but yeah. Tried to make it more about the overarching way to look at it as opposed to what specifically is being discussed. I think if you get dragged into what's inside the conspiracy, you might get a bit distracted from the way that you're thinking about it. That's kind of important to me. Okay, we got Anom TS subscribing. Ale Mia for 5 months. Cookie IP. Cole 420OW. Jeremy Dodd 314 and Brock BI. Thank you all for subscribing. Doug's Pinio is here with some cheers and bits. Thank you so much. I probably butchered your name, but thank you for those bits. We got Gun 301 for 23 months saying, been loving all the streams lately. 1 more month to go before I get that juicy icon change. Keep it up, we all appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. I'll see you in a month for the diamond face. Ripara has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. We've got Tyler Osea here with cheers and bits. Saying, I haven't been following the news much due to school and work and music. But can you tell me what happened to the UK Prime Minister? I heard he was in critical condition. Thank you for the cheers and bits. He recovered. He was in there for like 5 days, I think. It got pretty rough with the COVID, and then got over it and is getting his health back. Yeah, so that's he's doing all right now, I believe. But it's kind of like it's like drifted out because I was watching their daily news videos, right? That they're putting out there of like they love to tell you the death toll, but like the latest advice. I really wish they would focus less on the numbers, like when talking to everyone. But I guess maybe it's what people want. And then like when he went into critical condition, all the way up to there, it was like every day they were talking about him. And then it's like, oh, he's better now. He's getting better. And then, you know, obviously it gets dropped from the news cycle. So I don't know how much better and where he's at, but that's as much as I know. Nobody knows me. 69, Dapolo 1, and Jack 338. Thank you all for subscribing. Appreciate you using your Prime subscriptions on me. Appreciate it, peeps. Let's do a little surveying because I had quite a lot of comments saying that we should have 16 sections for 16 comments. And I don't recall there being exactly 16 of these, but we've got 8 so far. So down at the front we've got another 4. And over on that side we've got another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could actually... Do you know what? Ooh, but then we got these over here. I think what... Did I just see a name tag inside there? Nah, surely not. Oh, that is a beautiful looking shop. You know, I knew that was a scarf shop the moment I saw it. So we got like 3 or 4 that linger around the back. I think what we're going to do is not change any of this because that would be a pain in the bum. Let's introduce the other colours in these lesser areas. And then we'll use some of those ones that are left for the greys and the whites. Because throwing in white and grey and black will kind of take away from the colourful feel. So I feel like using that for those other ones, or maybe not at all. Maybe those small... like, what would you call them? Inconsequential ones will go and just turn grey or something. I don't know. You'll see as it go. Shouldn't the rest be other colours, says Josie. That's literally what we're discussing. So we're going to keep our primary colours nice and visible. Or maybe actually we just introduce a couple more because some colours are really similar to one another. Now what we have here is dyes and glass. And then these. So we have 8 colours. Maybe what we could do is introduce another 4 and do 2 of each. So we could go for, you know, brown might be one you want to leave out because it's a bit dull. Cyan would be... Orange would be good. Cyan would be good. They're like mixes. So if we get 2 more mixed colours, like... See, here's where we're going to struggle a little bit. Purple's quite similar. Maybe purple and pink and leave out magenta. But it's that there that feels really similar. Now, if we go with green, it's like darker than the green we've already got. Light blue is actually not what we've used, but we've got blue. So I don't feel like we can use either of those. There's not... I'm just trying to make sure there's not like... Unless we go for brown instead of pink. It's not very colourful though. What do you peeps think? Brown is really good on white, says Jimmer. Okay. Do we have yellow already? We do. Swap pink for brown, someone says. Might work out. You know, if anything, I would swap that, yeah. Pink's a little bit like red. And red's already next to white. So, and anyway, that also opens up to do magenta instead of purple. Purple is a little bit on the closer side. I think that might be our colour spread right there. Limited edition says, not brown. Come on, make this easy for me. Make this easy. I do think it'll work. I think sometimes you can overthink stuff as well, right? I think too much. Brown is ugly, says Neil. It is a bit on the ugly side, I give you that, but it's a nice spread of colour. Now what we'd probably do then is put brown here, right? This is a bit more on the industrial side. Orange there, and then cyan and magenta. I think I'm going to put magenta down here, cyan over there. So let's rock and roll, as they say. I heard they say let's rock and roll. I could be wrong. So place down all the blocks. Bring in the ender chest and the crafting table, and also the dies. Wait a minute. It was in there all along! What? How did I never see it? Oh, derpspiracy. Derpspiracy. I swear. There are layers to derping, okay? There are psychological layers, right? We're going deeper into the matrix of the derp. How? How does this happen? It's literally in there. I thought I checked every single slot. To a live stream, they said, make a fool of yourself, why don't you? Jeez, you lot. Tuning in to watch me mess up all the time. Oh, you make me livid. But not really. Okay, the next thing we need is access to iron. Did I place down that table yet? No. Access to iron. Here we go. Boop boop. Got a bunch of those. Then we need our white stained glass. Yes, please. Boom. Definitely going to need some more of that, ain't we? Might already have a little bit more lying around somewhere. No. So, 1, 2, 3. The reason we do 3 is because then you get 24, and then you get a bunch of that. Would you ever do your own texture pack for Bedrock Edition? No, I don't play Bedrock. I've got no plans to make a texture pack for it. Okay, so we could go 3 in here. Now you're getting to see the process. How does X make those decisions? Where is he going to put that window? Oh, I must know. Alright, calm down, peeps. Goodness me, it's only a window. So I can make a 2 wide 1, 2 out. Yeah, that would be okay. So 2 there, and then 1, and then 2. This is actually slightly awkward size here. Or I could do... no, you see, then we got the 1 there. Oh, this is a very awkward size. Unless it's like 3 and 3. 3 and 2. 2 and 2 with a gap of 2. Bit on the ugly side. I think whatever we're going to put here ain't going to match up with that. So we'll go with that. And we'll go for a 2 wide 1. We'll just put it... Or maybe I'll do something really different since the land's all here and sort of go... Oh no, it's going to look really ugly. Okay. Oh, let's actually... We're going to make that 1 higher. This is... I don't know why I haven't filled this in sooner. I really don't. I just don't know why I never filled that in sooner. Okay. And, you know, the mycelium there, all that stuff needs to get ripped out. That'll happen. So if we look at it like that, so we've got a little bit more space. I actually kind of think... Nah, we'll raise them up by one, okay? So they go there. And then we have 2 here. And that's where we'll put them, basically. That's where we'll put them. Right. Very nice. We have had a sub bomb, my friends. What is going on here? First of all, big thank you to... where did we go up to? I feel like I'm going to read some names again. Depolo1, Jack338, Nobody Knows Me 69, John Reasher, Human Pork Rind for 26 months, Ninja N Neon, Scum WL00. Thank you all for subscribing, and Otis Baby has gifted subs. I need to drink some water. Oh my goodness me, I've just noticed I've had hardly any of my tea. I had like 2 sips. Did you decide a name on the shop, X, says S73am? Not just yet. Matrix Gamer, okay, is subscribed. Thank you so much, dude. So, Unisimplified Life, Lucana, Tiddles 2009, Tylen Bob, Lilrex Cat, Melancholy CDJH, Star vs. The Outside, Tussocky, Joker 53, Doubting Satir 95, and Sicko Sire. You've all been gifted a sub by Otis a Baby. So thank you ever so much, Otis, for gifting those subs. Right. Whew. Let's get to this, I said. Let's get to this. It's that one there. And it'll be these ones here. Herky jerky. Do I want to go that high? Yeah, we'll go that high. And then it's a gap of 1, and we got that. Oh no, it's not. I got it wrong. It's a gap of 2. And then that's where our glass goes. We haven't got a lot of it so far. What did I say we put over here? I think it was magenta. Pretty sure that's the kind of decision I would have made, right? Magenta over here. And we're going to need more of this glass, that's for sure. And then we're going to need a whole bunch of concrete as well. Otis a Baby is here saying, Otis a Baby, LeMayo. What else could it be? Odessa Bebe? I don't know. Thank you for your cheers and bits, dude. I apologise for butchering the name. It is my specialty, though. You should know this. You should know this. My specialty. Didn't you say you're not going to use magenta? Initially, we picked pink and purple, and since they were similar in a way, we decided to go with the in-between magenta. I mean, I think purple there would look more similar to the blue. So, yeah, I think it makes sense, our decisions. And if you disagree with my decision, okay, write a letter about it, alright? Write a letter of complaint. Send it to my email. I'll ignore it. I'll ignore that email, sorry. It's a bit rude, isn't it? I'm going to ignore it. Little bit rude, the old ignoring of the email. To be fair, I pretty much ignore most of my emails. I don't have time to reply to every single email. It's like, I have a look, and I look out for things that are important or whatnot. Most of the time, it's just like, off we go. Johnny says, Tango used creative. No wonder he has so many resources. We all play in survival, okay? One thing I'll tell you about, though, right? If ever you see myself or someone else in creative mode, this is right next to the thing that does that and puts you in creative, and it sucks. Because I have recorded before and then gone, oh, wait a minute, what's happening? Like, I'm placing block. Oh, God, I'm in creative somehow. I really think Mojang should roll back that change. It was good when it swapped you between creative and spectator, but, like, going from survival to creative, don't do that, you know? When he says, Tango accidentally hit the creative button just like that, that's exactly what I would have thought, because Tango ain't going to go putting himself in creative mode and cheating. We all play survival. Peeps, like, it might seem a bit weird that we all play survival, but it's true. You got to also remember though that we're all full-timers, right? Like, this is our job effectively. Oh, look at that. Beautiful! Beautiful! To perfection. Now what I will actually do is make all of that 1 block higher. Actually, I think I'm going to make it 2 blocks. 2 blocks higher. So it starts up there, right? Or is that... Now let's fill this... Maybe we could do something special for this one. We've done the same pattern everywhere, but brown. Maybe we could just do that. Or would that be a bit weird? It's got a nice feel to it. It sort of emphasizes that this is... I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to lower it down. Okay? I'm going to endlessly change my mind. Now, that's the one thing you can count on me doing, is changing my mind constantly, right? So we got that going for us. Sweat Spaghet is here for 2 months saying, "Hey, I'm a huge fan. How do you deal with getting burnt out on Minecraft? Or do you just get burnt out, or is this something you do to avoid getting burnt out?" So, I actually experienced a little bit of what you might call burnout over the last couple of days. I'd call it frustration more than anything. The process of this game, the process of getting things out of your mind onto the world can be a little bit challenging and frustrating at times. And I was doing something particularly difficult, which was to do everything in survival, basically, and try and follow my nose a little bit. And I was really unsure about how it was going to turn out. Now, for me, this sort of like manifests as negative self-chatter. It's like I'm telling myself it's not good enough, it don't look right, and I kind of think, on the other hand, I'm like, I am being overly critical. I know that it's hard to be a little bit rational. My kind of thing for myself is like, you got to trust yourself a bit more when you're being creative, and realize that, do you know what, that extra one at the top just don't look right. And you got to realize that you know, you've been playing this game for years, you do kind of know what you're doing, and you can get a little bit caught up in the whole telling yourself it's not good enough type thing. So I kind of struggled to get my rhythm going, and there was a little bit of forcing myself to do it and a little bit of letting go in that, because I'm a big believer in discipline and like, do this thing because it's what you're planning on doing. And that didn't work, you know. I tried to force myself to build this thing, and I struggled a little bit. But then I kind of found my way through giving myself a bit of a break and then coming back to it. So, you know, how to not get burnt out is really about keeping going, but I don't know, it's a bit of both, right? It's a bit of give and take. I had to keep going, but I kind of realised that brown doesn't look that good, says I'm tired. It doesn't, but this is also the warehouse entrance, so I think it having something different there kind of looks cool. We might also put, I'm going to experiment with some brown concrete up there as well, just to really emphasise what we're doing. I don't know, was anything I just said even helpful? Like, I just said a lot of words. That Jay is in chat. Hey dude, how you doing, man? Oh dude, what you sent me earlier, perfect. Like, I was literally thinking about skin changes, and then I was like, oh, there it is. And the fact that it's a Minecraft thing just makes it all so much better. We got Otis Abebe here saying, it's okay, Suma. No one gets it. Call me Bebe Odessa. Odessa Bebe. That's what I'm saying, isn't it? Or was I saying Bebe? I don't know. I'm already confused. It's not meant to be said in English. Can I call you Osida Bebe? Can that be my little nickname for you? Is that alright? It would help me so much if that was so. Right, let's go. Jevin is green. It's like he's become a real slime. Ah, okay. Yeah, so I've got this idea that maybe what we'll do is rip all of this out and have a brown trim to really kind of highlight it as this like odd box out of all the boxes. Not going to do that on any of the other ones. Now, it's a way for us to offset the fact that it's brown a little bit as well, as to make it feel like it serves a different purpose. Ugh! Little hop, little hibbity hop. Hey, no beacon effect over here. He has the tag, get him! Oh yeah, he's green and he's got the tag. Your build has come together really good so far, says We Are Legion. Thank you. I feel like it's got a long way to go. And peeps, the things I want to put inside of here are going to be fun. I do feel sometimes though, like, you know, I try and make my videos as fun and interesting as I can. But a lot of the time I feel like it's kind of like, you're not going to see the real interesting bit just yet, and that's what I kind of want to get to. So all of this stuff that we're doing right now is like not even close to the stuff I really want to get my teeth into. And it's going to involve redstone in here, by the way. Got some ideas to incorporate redstone. Not in a way you would expect, probably, as well. Right, we got noises in the ear. We got Austin Manboy subscribing. Thank you, Austin. Appreciate your Prime subscription. We also got Rapper, which I'm pretty sure I said several different ways earlier. Thank you for your cheers and bits, dude. Appreciate it. Purely for you keeping butchering my name. Love your content and your way of thinking, man. Thank you so much for the cheers and bits, dude. Appreciate it. How much concrete would you say you've used so far? Several shulker boxes? Gotta be. Like, a ridiculous amount. I bet my stats look crazy, right? We'll go check my stats in a minute. Maybe increase the level of the brown line. Well, in an ideal world, it would be one lower. But I think that'll do just fine. You see, this is another thing where I could have meticulously gone through the entire process in creative, and then all of the windows would have lined up perfectly, and this would have matched that, but I decided no. I actually wanted that trim to go and be visible across the top there, so I might actually move it up by one. It might also look good if it ends there, but I got a feeling probably not. I think I'm going to base the decision we make off of this next block placement. Now, if I were in creative mode and doing like a creative build, and at some point I've got to do a creative build series, like the ability to just change warp and quickly, you know, move things around on a large scale is so amazing. That actually looks kind of alright, I think, so I'm going to go with that. It's so amazing to be able to change stuff so quickly. I think it does make your builds better because you can explore the options so much more, and when you explore the options you really get like a better picture developing of what you're doing. I think if you're trying to get to an end product in survival, there's a lot of compromise, there's a lot of like, hey, I've invested a lot of time in this and I think that's good, but like it's not, if you're in creative you could have invested less time and got a better result. What's up with the ominous music, says Mafia? I love ominous music. I love ambient music. I'm so glad the soundtrack to this game is all like ambient-y and stuff. That Tommy boy is subscribed. Thank you so much, Tommy. Appreciate it. Make the top stripe brown glass. Nah, I don't want to do that because I think that's a little bit too much see-throughness going on. But hey, I love that we got this like one different variety for the entrance. I was thinking of using grey initially down here, but yeah, I think the plan that we currently got is great. So cyan would be the next colour of choice. We've got to do that roof. Let's grab, oh my goodness me. Right, send you back over there. Cyan's next, so let's grab 24 of that. And then into the dice chest we want 1, 2, 3. Make the cyan, please. Thank you. There we go, good. Briggs 164, subscribe Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, dude. X, how do you think of your base shop ideas this snipe? I'm a creative person. I'm always, when I see stuff, I think about it differently. It's just like a knee-jerk reaction. To the point I think sometimes like, well, I was going to say like I might have annoyed other, oh my goodness me. I might have annoyed other people. Like, you know, like when someone shows you something, it's sometimes not a good time to immediately go, you could do it different. But it's like a thing that I tend to do. I have to remind myself when someone's like, hey, check out this thing that I did. I got to be like, remember to like say what it is first, right? But then my mind always ticks over in this like, you could do it different kind of look. And I think that's just like what being a creative person is. Sometimes you can see things and see how they would be different. And so a lot of my ideas and inspiration for things just come from somewhere else. It's the nature of all creativity and all artistry is that we stand on the shoulder of giants, you know. Doesn't matter what it is, a great song, a great painting, it's all got something that came before it, right? And each iteration is different, and... Corrales! The one and only! Ouch, yeah. Okay, we're going to be able to put some really cool windows into this one. I think Corrales is liking it. Oh yeah, peeps, I went and added shulker boxes over here. So if you watched the last stream with the llamas, this... No sales yet, no sales. There hasn't really been a lot of people buying concrete, I've noticed. I don't think even Tango and Impulse have made many sales. Running low on this, that might be because of me. Might be because of me. So, let's get this thing... I think I'm going to put scaffolding on the inside. I keep using the outside to do stuff, right? Now, one of the things I try to avoid is getting overly obsessed with symmetry. Ah, look at that. What happens when I open it? Can I open it? No, I can't open it now. So getting overly obsessed with symmetry can often slow you down. So we're not letting that happen too much, you know, with this build. But we get an opportunity to do something very symmetrical around now, which I want to take advantage of, basically. Are you planning on to undercut the other shops? Perhaps a rivalry source? Of course we're going to undercut them. We can't let them have all the competition. The symmetry might get broken here. Oh no, it doesn't. It would perfectly fit in. And I think I've just seen what I want for this area. So that's 1, 2, 3. So everyone has some big windows down there. I was going to make them same height up top as down below, but actually let's go 1, 2, 3 up top. And then have a gap of 1, 2, 3. And then have really big ones down below like that. And then we'll cut them in on all sides using our scaffolding. Okay, when the noises stop, I will read out the incredible sub bomb from Otis Abebe. 50 subs! 50 of you watching have been gifted subs. Isn't that incredible? I'll be reading out those names in a moment, peeps. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're not the... Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I just confused myself. I just confused myself. Hey, it's the same 3 we poked out there, so... All looking good, really. We got to put in these things, then those things. So if I walk out, 1, 2, be nice and easy to do, wouldn't it? Then we put in the window. Sometimes you just need a bit of false symmetry, yeah. Endless jokes with a name like that, right? Endless jokes. So I can step back and put in the cyan. Gotta say, I'm loving this project. I like how it now brings light into the inside of the place as well. It was severely lacking light. Okay, my phone is going off. It's really bright, that screen. I think it's bright because I've been taking it out shopping. It needs to be nice and visible. The Captain Fluffy says, I'll assume I've not played Minecraft since Jungle was added to Minecraft and I want to start again. I used to play around with Redstone and Survival a lot. Is there any good tips for survival servers out there? You know, I don't really know what to suggest, actually. Maybe if you can, start your own with friends is always a cool way to play. But welcome back. So much has been added since Jungle. It's almost like an entirely new game. It really is. I think the development of Minecraft's been fantastic. I've been a bit of a critic of Mojang at certain points in time, but I think with where we're at right now and the way the 1.16 update is going and 1.13 and 14 went fantastically, it really does feel like they've got things going in a good direction over there. Check concrete complete, says Sikasia. Yeah, let's actually go and have a look over there and see what they're up to, you know. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll come back to this in a moment. Where are they? It's hard to tell where they are, and they got like no path leading up to it. It's not that impressive, is it? Apparently it's now colour complete. Oh yeah. Let's have a look. I'm in. Oh, frame rate drops, noises. I don't want to fall through there. Not very good. Not very impressive. This was my absolute money maker last season. This right here. All dies for competition. Competition. See, not a lot of stock. No stock there. 2 diamonds per stack. Same price. Why are they buying it from here? We got more stock. So So we should do 2 stacks for free. No. Yeah, 2 stacks for 3 diamonds to undercut them next, I think. Satanistic Angel says, the idea of changing the floor is great, but God, it's loud. It is so loud, isn't it? So loud. Also, I don't know about that whole changing floor thing. I mean, it's a bit of a gimmick, really, isn't it? Oh, now I'm thinking we should do one that has, like... I should have maybe got more unique with the windows. Like, what if we had, like, a tall one, then a medium one, then a small one? It'd look kind of cool. Anyway, I was going to make this one really, really tall. I think we'll definitely make the base start a little bit higher than usual. Actually, I might just go ahead and make it 1, 2, 3 quite high up. Or can we go... It's hard to see. So 1, 2, 3... 2, 3... I was thinking maybe squeeze 3 of them in total, but no. 3, 4, 5. I think we're going to go to there. That's what I want to do. To that height. And we won't put anything on that side. No. X, will you ever do a tutorial on your witch farm, says Austin? I probably won't. Tutorials aren't really a thing I do anymore. Kind of lost my spark for that, I think. One thing about it, though, I have been thinking about changing it and renovating it a little bit. There's, like, some minor adjustments I can do. And I was thinking about maybe just firing up a live stream in creative mode and redesigning it a little bit, making it more efficient. There's, like, a few bits here and there I think I could intelligently redesign. But I'm going to make some modifications to the witch farm, so if we do that, it would make sense to wait until I've made my modifications, because we're going to add some features to it. See, my plan was just to build the witch farm and be like, hey, it's done, let's forget about it. But now it's like, oh, actually I can use this for other things, can I? Beautiful. Bam! Look at that placement. Oh, no! I was just showing off. Now I want to get that trapdoor back. Okay, I believe the noises in the ear have stopped, which means all 50 subs have gone out. Also, only Mobster and Zappo MC subscribed, and Otis Abebe is here with cheers and bits saying, Sumer, I commented on your video saying you should give those who are early enough to buy from the llamas a discount. Would up your sales, just saying. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll, like, use the llamas as, like, a promotion when we're ready to open. So we're like, hey, the llamas now sell stuff on the cheap. Like, cheapy llamas. Why can't I, yeah, do that properly? That's a great idea. The llamas could be, like, super cheap prices. In small quantities. So they come over here to get those bargain llama deals, and then, you know, why don't you head in the shop? Why don't you head in the shop? The shop's massive. You can explore it and get lost. I literally want someone to get lost in the shop. Oh my god, that would be amazing if someone got lost in there. It's big enough if I turned it into a maze that could happen. Let's put it that way. Okay, so we haven't done our magenta roof and we haven't done our cyan roof. We'll get those done now. Concrete IKEA, people are saying. I think we need to come up with a better name than that. No, like, it's not a bad idea. It's just... We've got to be the best of the best, you know? We did IKEA last season, so... Okay, Lusas is here with Prime, and Nitro Dynamite is here for 2 months. Thank you ever so much. Saying, do all of the hermits know about the folding at home program? Yeah, everyone knows about it, but people have different feelings about plugging it, or getting the word out, or even using it, and that's fine. Like, not a problem with that. So, I've promoted it now in my video. I don't know if anyone else is gonna, they don't have to. It's not how Hermitcraft works, but they certainly know about it. They certainly do know about it, right. Okay, let's read those noises in the air. We also got Mr. Wazabai. Thank you so much, Mr. Wazza, for subscribing. Appreciate you. Okay, we got 50 gifted subs from Otis Abebe. Otis, thank you so much for your gifted subs. Woo! A lot of names to read out. Gonna drink some water before I start reading. Oh. Okay, DJX Insanity, Devil Fox 2, Sequoia Doodles, Noboru, Nandrox, SVI Bayan 98, the Drone 21, Adj Lunsey Boy, Captain Jake or Jackie, Salma Crowd Dad 88, Stir CZYY, X Glek UW, Movanor, Little Willy, Mew the Pinkmin, Mellow 241, Slash Inferno, P John Fire, Fridge, Jafia 1245, Tim 11 RSLM, Blue Mango 10, Silent Instigator, King John 3313, Mama Llama Dog, Sprinkles and Wrinkles, Helfer 01, Ruby Jam, Depressed Froggy, The Big Boy Bowie, Bug Games, Joe D 59, Ghostly Charlie, ST21C, Jack of Spades, Jimbred 2, Melod J06, Mattia Jar, Tech West, Benny Wine, Myko Berry, Mr. Mahoji, Alvman 2008, Ashnira, The Dutch DMR, Phasahar, Levy 2812, Sword of Scales, Max Suck, and Mythsy. Thank you ever so much, peeps, for tuning in. You're all now subscribers. Whoa. Double death right there. Jeez. Lusas. No, we read yours out. We read those out. We're up to Howard Rufo. Thank you so much for subscribing. And we have read all the names. We're caught up with the noises. Thank you ever so much, everyone. And again, Otis Abebe, thank you for those 50 gifted subs. I think someone once gifted, was it 100 or 200? It took forever to read them all out. It was crazy. It was crazy. Okay, so what are we doing next? Cyan Roof, yeah. Whoa. Okay. Then we've got to do Orange. Orange is a big one. Very big one. We'll try and do some less symmetrical type things with the orange one. Oh yeah, by the way, I had that rule, didn't I? Of the windows only facing that way. Cyan's broken that rule and I didn't even realise. Cyan, oh, breaking all the rules. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. The inside's going to start to look really clean and nice as well when these colours start to fit in a little better. Okay, so no windows there. I'm not going to put windows on this side for orange. I think it's just this one as a one-off. Always break the rules, says Milwaukee. Yeah, unless the rule is like, don't jump off that ledge. Okay. Alright. I say this, real moment of like truth and wisdom, okay? Oh, I'm so wise. I'm also an absolute derp, don't forget that. Okay? Statements of absolution will probably always have some form of shortcome, right? Always break the rules. Well, what if the rules are staying alive? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a better example, but my brain's like, ugh. Okay, maybe we'll go in free from the side, and that'll give us... Yeah, we could do that for this one. Just, you expect it to cover the whole wall, but it doesn't. It's like a couple of small windows for this big section. I like it. Each one gets to be a little bit different and unique. Because we're all unique, and we're all special. We're so unique and special. We're all unique and special and pretty much the same. No, sorry, what was that? That was weird. Jeez. Jeez, have you taken your meds today, Suma? I don't like that. I was thinking that. I was like, I don't like that joke. That's the thing, isn't it? Have you taken your meds today? It's like, I'm not sure I like that joke. Some people do have to take meds, you know? It's pretty much a problem with all jokes, though, right? You've got to make fun of something. Come on! Ah! Should have used scaffolding. Right. Let's hop away. And what do we think of that? A bit on the small side, to be fair. But I'm going to go with it, I think. I think I'll make it one block higher, and then it'll feel a little bit right. Righter? It'll feel a little bit righter with it. Talbot says, I've just set up folding at home. Awesome, dude. Yeah, to all the peeps that want to get involved in folding at home, if you want to help with coronavirus research, okay, there is a video on my second channel. No, it's my third channel. God, I can't keep count. There's so many of them. There's that second one. There's that third one. Oh, too many numbers. Too many digits. Yeah. So you can go there to look for this video, and then you can participate in using your computer to help with scientific research, which is currently being devoted to COVID-19 research. And you can join Team Hermitcraft using the number on the screen, and we'd love to have you there, and you know, help a bunch of numbers tick up, basically. Hey, it's just a cool way to motivate people, right? Like, that's what I think is great about using Hermitcraft for it. Is it's like, hey, you know, help the hermits. We're doing this as well. Hopefully that will motivate some people to get involved. Cool. Let's do this. Bam. This is the last one I'm going to do, actually. I think I'll save the other 4 for when I'm making a video. I feel like changing what we're doing again, right? And what we're going to do next is some digging, actually, in the middle there. So we'll have a little bit of fun hanging out on the inside next. Don't forget to take your flu shot, because flu is deadly, but not as deadly as corona. I thought you said the other way around there for a second. I was like, hang on a minute, I'm going to have to correct that. There's graphs now circulating of like the deaths from flu season averaging over the years, and like corona is just like this rocket into the sky, basically. It's a weird thing. Like when it first came around, a lot of people were like comparing it to the flu and stuff. But once you understand like all the modelling that they do, or the way they model graphs based on different attributes of how many people get infected and then sick and die from it, you realise no, it's not the common flu. It's like there's a very serious difference here. What biome do you think is best for a house or building a large structure? I think if you're going to build, you'll build... Okay, I'm not an expert on this, right? Someone like BOO would probably have a great answer for you. I think you should scale your build to the scale of the biome. So if you want to build something really big, don't put it in a plains biome, because then it sticks out and it becomes its like own big shape on the eye line. I would recommend the bigger the build, something more mountainous with height. Maybe you find some of those like amplified looking areas that you find near savannas or mountains. Like, you want your build to look big, but to be surrounded by big things as well, so it can fit into the eye line. So try and imagine like where the build is and what the shape of the terrain around it is. So if you're standing at a distance looking at it, like if it's ginormous and it's just in the plains, it's gonna kind of look like, you know, someone might have copied and pasted it from a creative world into a flat world, right? You don't want it to look like that. You want it to have other things interact with it. So I would look for like the size and scale of the landscape around it. Name this shop should be Concrete Palace. That's a pretty cool name for it. The Mythical Oreo says the mods here are better than on any other channels. I agree. We've got the best mods ever here, okay? Right, definitely. I've been to every single other stream. I've watched every single little bit of moderating they're doing over there. Not as good, okay, frankly. Not quite as good, you know? Have been to every... What do you mean it's impossible to watch every single live stream? No, it's not. I can multitask. I can do that. Let's do this. Let's go up into the sky. Oh man, the colour! I looked up and I saw colour everywhere. Woo! This place is cold. Oh my goodness me! We got another sub bomb coming in. Oh, blue's next to orange, my favourite colours. That makes me happy. Okay. Boop. Didn't I say that I would raise things by 1 block? I believe you did, Aslim. I believe you said you'd raise them by 1 block. Let's go and raise them by 1 block then. Oh, I've only got 2 orange glass. Why? Why? Let's try and do something a little bit on the cheaty side here. I'm gonna do it that way. I don't know why that's cheaty, but I just decided it's cheaty. And let's grab a rocket. This is such... I'm actually really glad we decided to put other colours in. Loads of people said it in the comments. And when so many people are saying it, it means it's true. Remember that, peeps, okay? Alright, if lots of people are saying it, it's definitely true. You know? Oh, and I believe we've got a raid happening in chat, because chat be going bonkers right now. Iskal raid, welcome everyone. Is Iskal, thanks Iskal. Iskal was streaming. Welcome all the raiders. That was slightly unexpected. My goodness me, there's a lot. Okay, my chat is like proper blowing up. I think my browser's lagging. It's lagging. It stops and then it goes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And like my window blurs. Oh my goodness me. Well done, peeps. You're blurring my my vision here. It's like too fast. My goodness me, Iskal, 9,000 people watching. That's incredible. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Let me tell you what we did today. We placed down a load of bone blocks. Oh, we did. And then we came over here and we just finished doing the exteriors, not the interiors. We're about to go inside and do some digging. So, for all of you who are in the know or not in the know, this is our concrete shop. And we decided to do this with 4 main colours, but then we changed our mind because loads of people told me I should put more colours in. And that's what we got down the bottom here. So we just literally finished doing this. The next step for me is to go inside and clear it out. And it looks absolutely crazy on the inside. So we'll do that together. I'm going to put away some of this stuff in, you know, these crazy crazy shulker boxes, just randomly full of stuff. I'm going to need my own orange shulker box to swap out this tool. Right, is that Silk Touch? Yep, I got loads of Silk Touch fixes in there. And we're going to go throw that in there, throw this in here. Right, so before we were raided, we had 25 gifted subs from Otis Abebe. So I'm going to read these names out. You hear your name being read out loud, you've been gifted a sub. Awesome Dude 98, Barras, Anamoy, King Terror 666, Das Super Him, The Comrade Gamers, Svengineer, I like it. Slipping Beers, NPC Chris, Borg Dramon, JJ Yak, Amused Muse, Organic IT, Derplicon, Styrian, Katie Cremain, The Salty Sparrow, The Dawn Approaches, Gaikwi, TBL Lunara, Ira Magic, Miss Pludsgy, The LCQB, Gunwald 410, Pammy Tammy, Business Vulture, and Maston M. Thank you ever so much for those gifted subs, Otis Abebe again. Appreciate it. And you also did some cheers and bits. Thank you for that as well, my man. Lundakle has subscribed, and Steyr023 has for 2 months as well. Appreciate you. Okay, so this is the inside of the area. And oh my goodness me, it's epic everywhere. And we landed up here. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool, and we've got to start ripping some of this stone out, okay? Because it's in the way. That's why we got the instant mine. That's why we got the instant mine. I think I want to bring on my camera account because I'll probably use this in a replay. Let's start doing that. Replay mod time, my friends. Replay mod time. When are you going to decorate the inside, says Abaze. All in good time. It takes a lot of time to make these episodes and do these things, right? Joe Bidener is here for 11 months. We got Dom Beck for 2. We got Not the Real Kevin gifting a sub to Lenuzu. Thank you for doing that. Not Kevin. Big Popper House is here for 13 months. Thank you so much, my dude. We got Otis Abebe again with more cheers and bits. Thank you so much. Play Chris 321 with cheers and bits. Ranger 7991 subscribing. Psychopath Clown, Spartan Liam 4, Soggy Buns. Thank you all for your subscriptions. Guernsey Donkey with cheers and bits saying coming from Iskal Mumbo. All right, were they streaming together? Were they? What were those guys up to? Let's hop in here. Okay, we gotta... if you can see my camera account, because it's been falsely set up. Huge spoilers. Just saying, huge spoilers. Right, re-login. You probably could see it. I know how this works. I know how this game works. Everything I try not to spoil, I spoil. We got gifted subs from Shoep, The Withered, Predawn Wilton, W77MJA, I'm Tired Free, Balkalisco. You have all been gifted subs by Showet. Thank you so much. Frozen Heart, GGL, has subscribed with Amazon Prime, and Mindy Twinkle has as well, and F Bout Law. So thank you to all here. Let's start doing some digging. Otis Abebe is here with more gifted subs. Incredible. Oh my goodness me, I'm going to try and read these out. Attack Suki, Alex, 235. Ray Raid, Human Foon 95, Marchy Warchy, Julie FTW, Hunter Campan, Torbaleus, Nitron 3030, Nofson SK, and Fish Boy Yee. You've all been gifted subs by Otis Abebe. Thank you so much again, Otis. Appreciate ya. Gimme your tacos to subscribe as well. Peeps, let me tell you about something I was talking about earlier in the stream, because we got, my goodness me, okay, 12,000 people are watching. I think that might be the record. That might be the most people ever at once. I think we had close to like 8,000 or 9,000 at the very beginning of the season, but 11 is a bit bonkers. So, welcome everyone. Be sure to hit that follow button if you want to catch more Hermitcraft live streams. I do them on a regular basis. And earlier in the stream, I was telling everyone how we have Team Hermitcraft doing research, doing science for the fight against COVID-19. Now, there is something called cloud computing, where you can essentially pull lots of computers together and have them work together to do scientific research. And that's what we're doing with something called Folding at Home. You can go look it up. Now, over on my third channel, the Assumer Says channel, I got a video. You can go look for it. It's about Hermitcraft fighting COVID-19, and that video very much explains the ins and outs of what this is and what this program is. And we also have a team. So if you do Folding at Home yourself, or you want to start doing it, and spare some of your CPU cycles or your graphics card to help do research for science to get us through this pandemic we're currently in, it's a little way to help out the situation using your computer. And that's our team number on the screen for you. So yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. And there's lots of people here, and it will help make a difference if you're able to use some of your computer cycles. So yeah, I'm on the team, says JJ Jax. Thank you for joining the team, dude. Appreciate it. What a day. So much streams today. Thanks every hermit, says Marv. Yeah, I heard Doc was streaming earlier. Now Escal and Mumbo were. I've been streaming. I said that I would raid someone. So I don't know if anyone else... We have a little communication thing, right? Where it's like... I can say, or anyone can say, hey, I'm going to stream later today, so if you know that, you might change your stream time a little bit, right? Might start an hour or 10 minutes later, and then I'll raid you, that kind of thing, or earlier. Apparently Tango streamed as well. Now, because Tango's on the other coast, that could mean anything. Like, his streaming today could be my yesterday, you know? Oh man, it's starting to open up a little bit now. Whoa, it's really starting to open up, look at that. Bam! I'm loving it. Oh! Don't fall in the hole. Don't fall in the hole. Also, all of this stone I just sell in my shop anyway. I fell in the hole. I said don't fall in the hole. I failed miserably. I'll press the dirt button. Okay, you happy? I pressed the dirt. I think I pressed it twice. Does that mean I press it one more time? Because I was only supposed to press it once? Jeez. It's confusing being a dirt. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Ow! And I hit the wall. Tango logs off when X logs on, says Milwaukee. Not quite, there's a bit of overlap there. But yeah, I'm an early morning person and Tango's a late night person, and we're in time zones, so yeah, there's like this overlap period. What is the music? The music is awesome, says Mr. Vimsy. We're listening to C418's most recent album, known as Excursion. C418 is the artist who created the soundtrack for Minecraft, and this is his like ambient house sort of music. It's really good. Big fan of C418. Oh man, we're removing so much of it. It's going to look so cool when we get back down there. And it's kind of dark. It's kind of hard to see. I'm trying not to goof this up, you know. Right, we've got so many noises in the air. It's time to start reading some of them again. Ando Lamin has subscribed to Amazon Prime. YDYT has for 12 months. Goldie Face in chat right there. Leroy is Beast has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Otis a Baby is here with cheers a bit, saying this is going to COVID fighters, by the way. You better donate, Suma. I don't know what COVID fighters is. I was thinking folding it home, but it's probably not. But feel free to let me know what it is. Thank you for the cheers and bits, dude. Classified Chaos is here with cheers and bits. Thank you so much. We got Davo Mac with a donation saying, can you point us in the direction to get replay mod in 1.15? Either way, love the stream, thanks. Dude, I don't know if it's public. We're just beta testing it, okay? So I don't even know if I can point you in a direction, because it wasn't like I went anywhere to get it. It got given to me because I'm a beta tester. So yeah, the replay mod is you know, it's going to become public again. I don't think it's just going to stay in the hands of a few of us. But yeah, it's being developed. So at some point it will be public, basically, right? Just not right now because it's beta tested. Thank you again for the donation. We got Cool Duddle, which is a bit saying, what are you selling here? We're going to sell concrete. And then I think I'm probably just going to sell a whole bunch of other stuff in here as well, right? Because, you know, build a mega shop, and I don't really want to build too many more mega shops. Because you want, basically, like, when you do a project on Hermitcraft, you want it to be epic, okay? It's what Hermitcraft deserves. So if I'm going to set up, like, a bunch of different shops, I can't put as much effort into them as I can for one big shop. So in my mind, it's kind of like, this is probably going to be the shop, right? The honey shop ain't going to get any bigger. Make it a shopping mall, X. It'll probably have a bit of a shopping hall vibe. Actually, it'll have more of a warehouse vibe. I got a vision, okay? Me and Corrales have discussed what we're going to do in here. You know, yeah, it'll be something. Just wait and see, basically. Wait and see. Alright, we got noise in the ear from C8 Sun, who's resubscribed for 7 months. We've got TM Place 55. Am I full up? I am so full up. This is getting a little bit bonkers. I'm not really prepared. Remember, I'm also time-lapsing. Let's chuck some in here and over here, and I'll sort them out later. Also, we got a lot of coal from that. That's cool. I think Cubfam wants some of that stuff. TM Place, thank you for your 5 months of support. Appreciate your resubscription. We got Bex. Beck loves pandas. Yeah, somehow I managed to say that really weird. Beck, thank you so much. 15 months. Appreciate ya. Marmet Man is here for 3 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. We got Otis Abebe here with cheers and bits again, saying, X, are you making suggestion? Making my suggestion come into the shopping with the discounts in llamas. Yeah, probably. That's a really good idea. We'll probably use the llamas a way to entice people in. It'll be like, you know, we sell concrete cheaper than those other guys. Jeez, we sell it way cheaper. But also, not only is it cheaper, if you get here early, occasionally there'll be llamas selling discounts on certain materials, right? Or we could also swap it around so we could control... Actually, no. All the llamas are in position now. Peeps, I've got to show you the llamas out front. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but the llamas out front are amazing. So we could, I was going to say, like, change it so the chest that they have, the amount of storage they have represents the amount of demand. So here's our amazing llamas. They are beautiful, they are wonderful, and I love them all. So, like, if I go and open this one, because this is going to be in high demand, this one should have 3, but maybe purple isn't very popular, and then purple has, like, 12 or whatever. They have wool, says Sophie Twitch. They might have wool, but they don't have the cheapest concrete, you know? That's what we... Oh, this is great. Now it's opened up, it's looking epic in here. What other hermits are online right now, says Torbot. Those hermits are online right now. Oh, them. It's literally them. It's them and us. Okay. That's right, Tango. Get out of here, you scamp. Oh. They lowered their price to match ours. I know. There will be consequences. Let's say that. Gonna get all mafia? No, not gonna do anything like that. Just sounded a bit mafia when I said that. Yeah, I mean, hey, I hope they have a long-term plan for this lowering of the prices, because we do. You know, we got plans. Ow, I fell in a hole. That's my plan. Falling in a hole. I'm doing a lot of falling down around here, aren't I? I think what would help me is if I had some scaffolding to climb back up again, but I keep boom, up there and down here. I Love Cats is in chat. Hey Cats, always good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. I had someone the other day, Cats. They were like, "Where is I Love Cats?" They're so used to you being here. Oh, I don't know if they knew you, like personally or whatever, but they wanted to know where you were. That's for sure. Who is Cats? Says Escape Penguin. What do you mean, who is Cats? Cats is one of the team, one of our staff. Very old school, been around for crazy amount of time, and all round cool dude. Cats sounds weird. Says I Love Cats. X, what happened to Claude? We forgot about Claude. He's going to be angry and full of vengeance in the next stream, I'm pretty sure. That Claude is. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this in kind of like an inefficient way, right? When you insta-mine, you want to hit lots of blocks at once. But whatever. It'll be fine. Right, we're kind of getting to the bottom of what I can do in this little spot. And I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Ooh, so that's actually part of the mines right there. I mean, I can't move those blocks, essentially, so let's open it up like that. Yep, that looks good. Bring it over here. Oh man, this is crazy. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do for now. Right, we've got noises in the ear. The Vixen 38 for 14 months. Will's Rick is here subscribing. We've got Float Sam 78 for 4 months. I Love Cats is here for 45 months, saying a little scary, not being active and showing up to 9k people. All here to see me beat Anita. Amazing. Always glad to see you. Sorry I couldn't be more active. Dude, never have to apologise, man. It's all good. Thank you so much for your continued support. 45 months, and yes, you know, crazy times here on Hermitcraft Season 7. The popularity of the season so far has been astronomical. Pretty much astronomical. We've also got Anita 520T for 45 months saying, "Hey, totally subbed before Cats did. Stay safe, guys, and have a wonderful day. Keep the derps up." What's most impressive is that it's pretty much always like no one ever subscribes in between. It's pretty much always down to a T with you two. But thanks so much for the support, Anita. Appreciate it. We've got Kathleen 71 here with cheers and bits saying thank you for the videos, keeping me sane during busy times at work. Yeah, crazy times for many of us, I imagine. Thank you for your cheers and bits. Appreciate it. Glad the videos are helping somewhat. Right, we've got to dump all of this stuff again somewhere. Why Hermitcraft doesn't play with mods, says Des Kun. Well, it's because we're vanilla, and we like vanilla Minecraft, and that's just what Hermitcraft is, right? It's some good old vanilla Minecraft. Mindy Twinkle says, "What's your favourite food, Asuma?" Mine is sushi. I love sushi. I got loads of favourite foods. Enchiladas, curry. Oh, I could just go on about it all day, basically. I just realised I'm kind of like, I'm like literally walking from the other side of that wall all the way around. I want a shortcut. There's my shortcut. Thanks. Thanks, you know, now I'm over here. Great. Now we're back here again. Oh my goodness me, we've had another sob bomb. Jeez, I'm not gonna... Okay, we're gonna have to change what we're doing here. Alright, I think the time lapse is over, basically. Let's disconnect. Replay viewer, change the name of that to Digging Out Stone, so I know for later. Thank you very much, camera account. Now be off with you. So there's been 50 gifted subs. Peeps, I'll be reading out those names in a moment. Be sure to hit the follow button if you ain't done so already as well. Get notified of when I'm streaming here on Twitch. Glad to have you all watching. Let's get through these noises. My goodness me, there's so many of them. Fern245. Cool Duddle. I'm pretty sure I read that one out already. SCJDG for 9 months. Joker a Bus. Thank you for all your subscriptions. We got Will Lusk, Bergala, Elisco1, and then we got Gurney's Donkey here with Cheers and Bits saying sell things that no other shop has, like kelp and end rods to draw them in. If they need concrete, they can get it while there. Brilliant idea. I'm going to use bone blocks to bring people in, that's for sure. So, Otis Abebe, once again, thank you so much for all your support this stream. Appreciating your generosity. Gifting 50 subs. If you're here, your name being read out loud, you've been gifted a sub. You can throw emotes into chat. You've got a little sub badge, all that cool stuff, thanks to Otis Abebe. So, Garchomp, or Garchomp Lord 123, Daphne 12345678890, Eldif Urgent DND, Jumbo Jimmy, Salty Life 420, Rodney MC 2020, Merligin 228, Hot Mum, Wither T DMS, Big Mike 2075, Eddie 95XJ, Milky O'Land, DMX 0987654321, Alexandra 04, Jassy 7, Mathis JSS 2004, Bruno Dan UY, Mick Zelly, The Village 0, Casse Bloom 226, Chopsy 12345, Paparosaurus, Tigerman 242, Trashbags 101, Cherber 5, Gruttan, The Intense Banana, Mike 2608098, Aman K763, J9 Panda, Idissa Sepsi, Raid O'Hulian, Sibars, Eden 4949, Kirkoid the King, Eddie says hello, Turbo Booster, Brittleball, Al Kylik, Filippo Variety 13, Cano DeFrogo, Lazzy Wesley, Final Frontier 003, I Has Head, One Robar, Bloop, Joannin Kapaf, Amaria, ZLB, and Estelian Estelian Mayalin. Oh god, why does that name throw me off? I'm sorry, Esty, please forgive me. Oh my goodness me. When I was reading all those names, I just started to think, I almost pictured like imaginary people going, oh, that's me. Like, oh, I got a sub. And then I'm thinking like, whoa, this is literally like, these are all individuals. It's so weird like to just look at numbers and be like, oh, 8,000 people are watching, but it's like 8,000 individuals, man. Crazy. People are telling me to eat. Look, I'm on a diet. Matt Zebu is here for 16 months. We've got Hoodie Zero subscribing. Imaginary Skies here with Cheers and Bits saying, get that concrete plant running. We will do, my friend. We will do. We also got Melly here with a donation saying, hi, X just got here. How's your day going so far? It is going terrific. I thank you for asking. I'm looking forward to relaxing this evening. I've needed it. Been a bit of a crazy couple of days. Not really crazy, just the flow of days. Flow of days. There was something I was going to talk about this stream. I just remembered. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII. So first thing in the morning, I get up, go on the treadmill for about an hour, and just play Final Fantasy VII. And I love this game so much. The storyline is just so amazing. And playing it again, it just feels so special. And I kind of realised like it's the first proper game that I really like, proper console game I ever played when I was a kid. Because one day my parents were like, look, we weren't for consoles and all of this. We know all your mates have got them and that, but okay, we brought a console. And you're only going to be able to play it for like an hour a day. But here's a console, here's the free games, and one of them was Final Fantasy VII, and I just loved it. It was amazing. But playing it now, I'm like, it's still, the story's still so good. So for anyone out there looking for a game to play, my recommendation for you is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Okay? How do you play Final Fantasy VII on console? Well, back then it was on the original PlayStation. It had 3 discs, and you pop them in, and you use the controller plugged into the telly and all of this. You need a PS4 to play it. That's right, Highweed. You know, do you need to play the prequels? No. So each Final Fantasy game is an individual story, is generally the idea. I think there's like 1 or 2 that they made into 2 parts, but Final Fantasy VII doesn't require you to play any other thing. Each time you go into it, it's its own little world. Like Final Fantasy VIII was pretty incredible as well. That was another amazing storyline. It wasn't the same as 7. It had new characters, but it was really well done. Final Fantasy IX kind of went in a different direction. I don't really remember too much of that game, but yeah, Final Fantasy VII was really, really incredible, mainly for its storyline, but the game itself was really fun and interesting. But the way they've remade it is just fantastic, and you know, I'd love it if someone was thinking about buying it, maybe played it, and you know, like, turns out you really like the game. That'd be wonderful because it's such a beautiful story. I can't wait to get through it again. Yeah, okay, right, we're getting off track again. Otis the Baby is here, cheers and bits, saying, oh, what's your snap? What's my snap? I don't even know what snap, like cards. 2 aces, snap. I don't know what you mean, dude. Thank you so much again for all your support this stream. Really do appreciate it. Boomer, says Burst. Here we go again. Here we go. Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat. I don't use Facebook. I don't really use much social media other than for what we do here. In fact, I don't really use social media for other than what we do here. I got a Twitter. It's an assumer Twitter. It's not a me Twitter. You know? Okay, Person QT has subscribed to Amazon Prime. We got Mr. Skipper Do with the Prime subscription. Angry Pineapple 01 has subscribed. And Bot 007 has gifted subs to Sedo Bladia, Simple Destroyer 5000, Spaceboy 05, Kabadatchep, L Jacobs 83. Thank you so much, peeps. Appreciate your tremendous support this stream. Truly do hope you have enjoyed your time here with me. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to send you over to Trooper Joe. Trooper Joe's streaming. We won't do a random channel today. It's been a while since we raided Trooper Joe. He's got a really cool worlds that he's been building in for like 8 years or something. You'll probably enjoy it. So if you haven't guessed it, this is actually the end of the stream. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. On your way out of here, hit the follow button. And then hit that raid button in chat. So thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. And I will see you all very soon with another live stream. Take care. Bye-bye.